Matt, why don't we take one more question and then let's get some participation. We got a lot of people joining us.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go to our good friend, your average Joe Sports Network. He joins us every week. So if you could please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring up some of Mike Tannenbaum's history to lead up to the question right here. One of the decisions that was made during his tenure with the Jets was that they decided to draft Mark Sanchez with the 5th overall pick in the 2009 NFL draft. Now, a lot of people like to scrutinize the Jets for making that pick, and Mark Sanchez likes to, plays about the butt fumble. But when you look at the success they had, you can't overlook the back-to-back AFC Championship appearances. You can't overlook the fact that one of his playoff histories was against, the New England Patriots, where they beat Belichick and Tom Brady in Foxborough. With that being said, within a week to the NFL draft, there's still teams that are in the quarterback market, and their selection pales in comparison to years past. There's not a Trevor Lawrence in this draft, or Joe Burrow, or Justin Herbert, and it seems like no matter which quarterback you choose, there's going to be a risk tied to that. So, what advice would you give to these teams that we've talked about this, weighing the risk of drafting a quarterback, maybe even in the first round?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And, I think with Mark, it goes back to his character, his football character, his personal character. Being a winning quarterback was really important to him. And again, I fall back on our process. We spent a lot of time with Mark and his incredible family. He has, his father was a California fireman for 30 plus years. His brother went to Yale Law School. He just came from an incredible family with great character, and he had great talent. And we had a great run together, including those, 4 meaningful playoff wins. And when you're running an NFL team, I would tell you the fundamental difference that you have is scarcity of resources. And what I mean by that, you only have a certain amount of cap dollars, certain number of picks. And sometimes, like, the best progress you can make is incremental. And I think a team to really study about that, I would say, is you look at Indy. They had Andrew Luck. He retires somewhat surprisingly. And what happens because of that is, they try Phillip Rivers, they try Carson Wentz, and now they're with Matt Ryan. None of those guys are as good as an Andrew Luck, but I give them a lot of credit because systematically they're looking for incremental progress, and then they try to make the rest of the team as good as possible. So that, to me, is what we try to do at the Jets. Look, we didn't have Tom Brady, but what could we do to make incremental progress? And that really was our focus. So it's a great question. It's a great discussion. And Dave, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this one a little bit short here because I got to get to something else here. But,
yeah, no problem.
Dave, I'll be in Vegas this week, and maybe we could do something on IG Live or your podcast or both or whatever. But I appreciate everyone joining, and hopefully we can keep the conversation going. And apologize, I just got to cut this one a couple minutes short.
No problem. Have a great time. I'll see you in Vegas, Mike. We'll meet up on Friday, okay?
Sounds good. Thanks so much, guys.